today it's not me. I did not do anything magical. It was the boys. They did magic the last 15 minutes.
Gefeliciteerd. Ik denk dat het op zijn plek is, toch? Voelt het een punt dat voelt als een overwinning?
I think it's, if you're from Feyenoord, from Rotterdam, then it was an unbelievable evening. The 90 minutes plus strange game, and then it ends up with a 3-3, which is an unbelievable result for us. Also remarkable in the essence of being 3-0 down around minute 75, away from home and against, for me still, the best team in the world, and then be able to pick up a really important point for us.
Wanneer kreeg jij het geloof of het gevoel dat dit inderdaad mogelijk was? Was dat na die 3-1?
No, it was actually at the 3-3.
Toen was het.
Yeah, no, it sounds strange. Obviously, you always believe. But we knew it was a difficult game, and I think you also saw it, especially the first 20, maybe 25 minutes. They played fast football. They found a lot of good spaces. We were not as tight as I wanted to in some elements, and we ended up a bit too low. The boys adjusted it a bit. David and Quinton found each other better in the defensive block, and we actually were able to get some transition, some possession moments where I then would have hoped that we had more quality, and we didn't. And then 3-0 down. Then you definitely think this is going to be a long night, tough evening, and then without, any tactical elements, but just individual quality and 3 key moments, we took him and put in the cynical element that you need to do when you play these games, and then also the individual quality gave us the draw.
Ging je eigenlijk al wisselen om de schade te beperken eventueel?
No, I didn't look at it from that point of view. We knew that Milambo still is on his way back from injury, and we still need to protect him. Gijs, a little bit the same. He got a knock, and maybe he's going to play again on Saturday. With Hugo out, we still need to be aware of some things. We know that David can play that left back, but no, we definitely didn't try to replace and then hope the best. But as I said already a lot of times this season, the boys are taking good steps every game they play. They are taking steps as an individual, but also as a team. And I think that's what you're seeing at the moment also. They're getting closer and closer together. You guys who were from Holland, you know that it was a new team that we built it up this beginning of the season, and now you're starting to see that these guys are trusting each other more and more, and also getting the effort and getting the mentality, because today was about character and mentality, and then we know we have quality, and the boys showed it, these 3 key moments.
Brian, je hebt veel meegemaakt, ook als trainer al, maar is dit wel de meest krankzinnige avond die je hebt meegemaakt als trainer?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the evenings that will stand out. I don't know if it ever happened before in Champions League, that 3-0 down after 70-75 minutes, and then running away with a draw. I don't know if it ever happened before. But big performance of the boys. They stayed in the game. They kept believing, and they kept pushing, and I can only praise them. It's their job. They did amazingly, and as I said, they kept believing.
Ongeacht de uitslag, wat leren de spelers nu in zo'n grote wedstrijd tegen zo'n grote tegenstander? Want je had fases. Eerste half uur moest er echt overleefd worden. Na rust een hele moeilijke fase.
Yeah, I definitely hope that they take away different things. Definitely the focus that you need to play over 90 minutes against a team like this. They take away the quality that is also required in games like this. And then hopefully also they take away the confidence that they are able to compete against the best ones. I know a lot of these boys, they've been looking forward always to play Champions League games, but definitely also play against the big guns, the big ones in the world, to see how far they are to compete at this level. And today I think they proved that they are able to compete at this level. Then it's always a challenge to do it game after game and week after week, but today was definitely a good experience for all of us.
Bij de rust was het 1-0, je kwam het veld op en toen kwam je het veld op samen met Haaland en stonden jullie een halve minuut samen te praten. Wat gebeurde daar?
No, not much. I know he understands a little bit of Danish. So no, I just told him he's a good player.
Laatste vraag. Sparta Praag, volgende tegenstander, je oude club. Ja, thuis moet het nu ook een keer gaan gebeuren. Hoe moeilijk gaat dat worden om...
Yeah. No, we would definitely like to win at home. European night at the Coop should be a great evening for all of us. Then it doesn't matter that it's Sparta Prague. It's going to be the same approach for us, and definitely also for me. It's of course I cannot hide the emotions for me and the feelings that I have for the club. But at the end of the day, I would love to give our amazing supporters also tonight. Would love to give everybody a good performance at the curb, and hopefully we can go into the game with just as much energy as today, and also in a couple of the away games that we had. We had a tough schedule leading up to the other Champions League home games, where we missed some energy, we missed some players due to injuries. So I'm hoping that we can show up well prepared, picking up points in the Eredivisie before Sparta, and then give everybody, all the supporters, an amazing evening at the Cup.
Just on a personal note, it was not the easiest start for you at Feyenoord. Like you said, you had to build up a new team. But under your leadership, Feyenoord won at Benfica. Grabbed the point on an evening no one will ever forget here at Manchester City. What does it do with you?
Of course, it does something. But at the end, today I can only praise the boys. I didn't do much. To be honest, tactically, we didn't change when we were 3-0 down. We talked about some things at halftime. We practiced some things before the game. But today, for me, the boys they changed the game picture. They did the hard work. They kept believing and they kept pushing. And that's the most important thing, that you got players on the pitch that are able to take responsibility. And that's what we have at Feyenoord. That's what we have at the team. And then I'm part of it. I hope I have a big role in some elements, yes, but at the end it's a team effort, and I'm happy to see the progress that we've been making, because it was not an easy start for me and for us in general. We knew it when we looked at how the squad was built and with the transfers and all this, and it is not easy when you have to change things, and especially with 11 players, it takes time. And it's time we don't have, and it's time you don't give us, because the pressure's on, and that's part of it. That's why I love being at Feyenoord. I love being part of a big team where the expectations are huge, where they're massive, because it switches the brain on, and you have to work, and you have to push forward, and you have to take steps, even though the wind is blowing a bit. But I know that's where the brain is working best, is when you fail and when you struggle, and then you need to show resilience, whether you're coach or players. And I just love that word, resilience, and that's what these boys, they have.
Just some words about Haj Moussa, who is started to score now game after game after game. What did you do to him? Yeah,
big respect to Anis. Big respect. We had a talk. I think it was maybe before Almere City. I can't remember. It's definitely leading up to that. Maybe before Salzburg. I'm not sure. But I had a talk with him and discussed his situation a bit. He obviously wanted to play more games, and that's fair. And then at the same time, I just told him that it's up to you. You just need to perform. If you're better than the other ones, I will play you. And respect to him, he really pushed in. It's at game number 4 and 4 goals. So all credit to him, and not just on the offensive part, but also on the defensive part. He actually showed really good discipline. The other Champions League games, I think I put him in as a wing back, and he delivered. So all respect to Anis. He really showed that he's a good player, and also adapting into Feyenoord, because it's not easy. Coming from Vitesse and from Belgium, and then into a top team where there's big expectations and there's also competition, and he definitely showed a good mentality over the last probably month or so.
Martijn.
Ja, na 3-0 bijna 4-0 en dat kan het ook zo'n avond worden dat het 5-6. Hele gekke uitslag. Volgens mij heb je wel eens met Liverpool zoiets verloren, volgens mij, met Sparta.
Ja, yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, ja, dat snap ik ook wel. Maar het kan natuurlijk gebeuren, zoiets dan. Maar daar heb je niet over in de war gezeten.
I didn't really have the feeling, even though they scored 3-0, that it's going to be a tough night and a lot of goals against. I don't know why, but I didn't have that feeling. But obviously, you know, when you're 3-0 down and you play against some unbelievable good players, then there's a risk in that. But I had a good feeling of the players, that they stayed in the game and they stayed focused. And then, as I said, I think the key for this result was the moments we got, we took them. And I think the first goal says everything. It's a chance coming out of the blue, and we pick it up, and then it's 1-3, and then you definitely feel that the boys get some confidence, they get some belief. And then when you get the 2-3, then it's all in. And that's why I said we took 3 key moments in a crucial moment of the game, where we put in not just the effort and the quality, but the individual decision making was spot on.
Kun je eens een keer wat zeggen over je centrum, Trouwen en Hansko? Dat speelt ook al een aantal jaar samen. In topwedstrijden zijn ze altijd wel in orde. Hoe kijk jij naar hen en hoe belangrijk zijn ze eigenlijk voor jullie in zulke grote wedstrijden?
But they are important, of course. They got the experience to play these kind of games. Gano is calm. I don't think I see a lot of emotions on him, whether good things or bad things. And then he stays calm, he stays focused, he stays in the game. David is, now I know him also a few months in Sparta, and I think you've seen him over these 2 years. He's an unbelievable soldier. He keeps going. Then I push him to the left back, and he keeps going over there. And even before he made the equaliser, he's actually signaling that he's done, he's finished, and we're about to sub him. And then he says, "No, I'll stay in," and then he keeps going. And you need these boys with this mentality and this character, and we got a lot of these ones. You see also Quinton today, he did not want to leave the pitch. He wanted to stay on, even though I think he was maybe running around with cramps at the end. And it is what football at the top level also is. Quality, yes, but mentality is crucial.
Grenzen verleggen.
Sorry?
Grenzen verleggen, heb je wel eens gezegd, toch? Topvoetbal, dat is fysieke grenzen verleggen.
Sorry? Yeah. No, but that's what it is. You need to go to the limit, and especially Champions League, and also in the Eredivisie. When you have a schedule like this, you will always push each other to the limit, and then there will be phases, periods where you maybe go a little bit further than you actually should. But that also makes the difference from average players and top players.
Dankjewel.
Graag gedaan.
Mikos.
Ja, trainer, we hebben je leren kennen als een rustig man. Hè. Je zegt dat Trauner weinig emoties toont, maar dat doe je hier in ieder geval ook niet zoveel. Maar hoe doe je dat nou in de kleedkamer na zo'n krankzinnige avond? Ga je een praatje houden, omhels je de spelers of kijk je rustig om je heen?
Nah, I think like any other coach, you say a few words to the boys afterwards and praise them for the work that they've done. Normally we don't celebrate draws, but I think this one is maybe a little bit more special. So I definitely told the boys also to be happy and enjoy this moment. This is not an easy place to play. And then I think it is important to enjoy. Celebrate is maybe too big a word, but enjoy definitely and be proud of the work that you've done, and that's also why I said today it's not me. I did not do anything magical. It was the boys. They did magic the last 15 minutes. They got in the quality, and then that's the biggest praise I can give to them.
Hoe komt er dan ook een moment dat je nadenkt, de bookmakers hadden vooraf voorspeld dat jullie de zwaarste opdracht hadden in deze Champions League. Dat je na 5 wedstrijden al op 7 punten staat en ja, eigenlijk heel dicht bij kwalificatie bent. Dat had natuurlijk niemand verwacht. Is er een moment dat je denkt, nou, dat hebben we toch maar even mooi voor elkaar gekregen? Of werkt dat niet zo in het voetbal?
Well, I think when we got the schedule, when we knew this is a tough draw, for sure. But at the same time, we also had confidence in our group and our players. They look forward to these games, and they have quality to compete here. We maybe did not expect us to pick up a win away in Benfica and also a draw here at Etihad. But these are the moments where you have to be spot on in order to pick up points, and that's why I praise these guys. And now it's up to us to give our supporters a good performance at home at the Cup. That's definitely the next step to take when we talk about Champions League.
Je zegt steeds dat je de spelers, geef je alle credits. Aan de andere kant, als je in zo'n wedstrijd speelt en je stelt Harts Moussa op, dan had je ook Nieuwkoop kunnen zetten. Hè? Dan heb je iemand die goed kan verdedigen. Maar met Harts Moussa geef je ook een signaal af van we gaan onszelf zijn. Dat zou
There was definitely the ambition and the aim. Not to adjust too much and to be too defensive, even though I think you also saw it, the 4-5-1 in the first half, we were quite low in the block, which I also think you have to, but at the same time we wanted to play with two proper wingers that could also hurt Man City on some transitions or individual quality, like both of them, both Igor and Anis actually put in. I did not expect that it was minute 75 to 90 that they will shine the most. I was maybe hoping a little bit earlier, but there was definitely ambition. Also, when I talked to Quinten and David during these days, they had the same feeling. No, we have to stay loyal to how we want to do things, and we have to try to go and play our chance from the qualities that we have, and that's why I'm proud of these boys. They took in the defensive work really well. When we stayed in Rotterdam yesterday and did a good job, and today they got it out on the pitch as well.
Okay, dankjewel.
Niemand meer? No more questions? Okay, thank you everyone.
Thanks.
Safe trip
Thank
home.
you. Okay, bye bye.